let's go through the game from the beginning to the end. So black started with 2-star opening again, and this time white also chose to 1-star point, and black decided to make this active formation at the bottom. But black didn't continue so actively after that, because black decided to play this block, which is definitely a slow move, because this move is usually a good one in case black already has some kind of extension in this area. Then blocking the corner like this is a very good move. But if the extension is not there, then R4 is definitely very slow. And in case white extends like this, black probably needs to add a move there immediately. Because if black doesn't, like in the game, then white can actually immediately take a base out of black. And actually, it will not be this move, which would probably still give black some kind of breathing space. It's actually this one. This is usually a vital point of this bump, and P3 can be definitely very annoying. Black created a very nice formation in the top right corner, but for an exchange, immediately black's 2 stones are under attack, and black decided to defend the corner. And actually, if black wants to defend the corner, in fact, this is the best shape. Even though it looks ugly, it's still the best shape, because it surrounds the biggest area, and also for white it's not so easy to move with the P3 stone. Most likely white would play here, and some kind of sequence like this would probably follow, but it's definitely not that easy to move with P3 stone. So this block is the key point. So black played here, white extended, black kicks, and normally after when we play kick and white extends, we should play jump, because there is black is leaving some aji behind at J3. This is usually very annoying in case we play a Kosumitsuke, but of course we cannot defend it like this, for example. But black can at least try to keep active like this and pretend to attack these stones, which is definitely still possible. So this jump is a key move. This move is not, because white can get this Kosumi, and black is really losing a space in the corner, and black needs to live like this, which is very painful. Even later, actually, even this exchange will be center. So this is very painful life for black, and black gets to play here and jump out, and now white's group is quite stable, and also white is aiming on this aji. But black decided to tanuki, which is a very brave move, because I probably personally wouldn't dare to leave this situation as it is, because J3 simply hurts too much. So it's not that easy to find move here locally, because this feels over concentrated. This probably is still a bad shape. This jump probably doesn't really solve the problem with J3. So of course I would like to solve J3, but probably in some different way. For example, I might think about to try to make a base locally and make J3 less interesting for white. For example, if something like this happens, I think this can be one of the sequences which can help black to settle at the bottom. So white strikes immediately. So black realized there is a problem and needs to connect those stones together, which is definitely important. And black connected the stones like this, but like this still black is heavy. Black gets a very heavy group. White basically took off the base from black. White is now 100% alive. White also managed to block the corner, and we can actually see the difference between this move at R4 and the move at D3. R4 in the end finished with a very painful corner, but D3 is a very good continuation together with C6. And actually, if white plays here, this is also fine. D2 and D3 are very similar. So black decided to jump, and white didn't find any good continuation how to attack locally, so white decided to focus on the top side, and we can see the top side is clearly the widest. So white should definitely go there, and we played this Joseki, and white extended like this. White might think about this move, but I think E18 makes white quite over-concentrate. My opinion is that these 4 stones are not effective enough and they are over-concentrated. So I even rather play play like this and play an extension to protect this agi and lose center compared to not playing to play at e18. To e18 is a bit too slow. This is at least creating some points, and also b18 is a super big endgame because later white can annoy black by some monkey jump on something like that. So I think this is a very big difference, and this makes quite a fine result for white. This is very interesting move from black because not only shoulder hit is very often a very good move, but black is also trying to link up these stones together, which I think is a good idea. So I think this was well played by black. Just probably I wouldn't leave this cut behind because this one is clearly there. I would probably just play here to make sure there is no weakness. But anyway, black did a good job here for sure. White didn't dare to cut immediately and decided to play a big move here, because if white would just play an approach, black probably blocks the corner very easily, and seems like black is alright everywhere, so white decided to play a more attacking move in this area. So when black played here, which is probably quite passive at this point, because black already has an extension in this area. So I don't think black is any big danger with a base. If there would be a stone here, then it's a different story. Then I would block here immediately. But if there is already an extension at R11, I probably wouldn't do it. I can imagine an invasion here. I can even imagine a Keima here, because we can see that in the game white immediately played this jump. White can also thinking about this jump. I'm not 100% sure which of the jumps is bigger. In the game, I felt like this one is bigger because there is more potential for black in this area. So I wanted to limit that, but also it's leaving this invasion behind, which black immediately used, because we know that at the third line extension by 3 spaces, it's not so ideal. So white needs to fight, and black played attachment and came back. This is not bad, but probably black could do better. This is definitely much more flexible shape. Black might get some faster runaway to the center, and it feels like black is still doing very fine. This one gives an opportunity for white to attack like this. And before this move, I would probably push once, because this would make better shape. And also in the game, white managed to get this exchange, which is extremely painful. We can see how painful is this whole shape. Black's group is not in the danger of dying, but the shape is bad. And also this cap is very annoying, because it's not so easy to play this Kosumi, for example, because white might aim for this double cut. So that's why this cap is so annoying. Jump, and I feel like this one is a very good example how an attack looks like, because all of these stones are working together. They are quite fast. Black cannot play this Kosumi, and black has a very heavy shape. Black has a very heavy shape with his group, which is only running to the center. So after this move, black plays here, white plays here, and black jumps. Black actually decided to abandon those stones at the top. It's quite a lot of points, but at the same time, actually black got a very good shape in the center. So there are definitely pluses and minuses, because if black protects like this, then the whole group can be in a very big danger. So I understand black's decision to abandon some stones at the top. So black got a good shape in the center like this. So black throw away one heavy group, but at the same time, all of black's groups around the board are quite strong. So white probably cannot profit so much from this point on. So this is center. This is also center. And this is a Tesuji, which is very often being used when white is so strong around and there is this shape, because black cannot cut. Because if black cuts, white can easily play Hane here, and black cannot solve this. So we can see that this would be a problem. So black decided to come back, and black takes center to play somewhere else. This is a very big move. This is very good to remember. This is a very big move for endgame. But this was a mistake, definitely. Black should have come back like this. Not only because black can capture the stone this way, but black can play this Hane. Black can play this Hane, and white probably cannot face disco. So probably black can steal even more points like this. So this would be way, way better compared to the game. Also, it's good to remember that black shouldn't play here, because if white goes down, white might still have an opportunity to run out at q19. So this move is definitely better than q17. So this exchange happened, and black even lost center here, because if black plays somewhere else, then white might continue here, and now black would have to probably face the core. So this would be quite a lot of points, so we can see how big mistake this move was. This should have been definitely here, and I have to say, since this game was played with 50 points reversed komi, I can hardly find a way how white can win from this position. Because black has strong groups everywhere, and black plays a good endgame. So it feels very unlikely white can catch up from here. Peep and jump, jump and turn. This is very big endgame. And block. And this is very important moment. Not only black can make himself stronger by exchanging this peep. This is absolute center. And second of all, this move and this connection is not good enough. I would probably use the possibility of E11 and fix the shape like this. Because this way, not only black connected everything very solid, but also black built some territory locally. So this is definitely better than only connecting here. Because like this, white can actually exploit this agi, and black definitely can't prevent this. And actually, if there would be this exchange before, then black can probably prevent this. So black definitely missed the timing of e13 peep, because if black plays it now, white would probably cut this, and this is the corner is probably bigger than the 3 stones in the center. So this happened, and white also gets this Kosumi. This is super big, so white is actually catching up, but still it's not enough. This is good endgame. This was a center move, because if white doesn't answer, then black will throw in and squeeze like this and capture the 3 stones of white. These 3 stones cannot be connected anymore. So after this, white needs to connect. This move is once again not so big, because black is very solid there around, so black should either try to build the center somehow, or just try to play something big to reduce white. For example, this jump is definitely a fine move. Black can also play like this, for example. This is also good. This is definitely bigger than just capturing this 1 stone. So normally after attachment we hane, it's kind of a proverb. So this would probably happen like this. Not only black fixes more points like this, but also black can later aim for this Atari, which can cause some troubles to white. So I think definitely this move is kind of dumb. This hane was too good for white. But white still doesn't have enough points, so white still needs to play the strongest endgame, and at this point black actually has very nice opportunity to cut here, because if white cuts, then black can capture the 3 stones at the bottom. And if white comes back, then black can just connect. I think still white should be behind at this point. So this happened, and since black played some not so big moves locally, and in the end even lost center and actually didn't steal any points from white locally, then actually white can now come back here, and this is super big. This should have happened. If black would even at this point play here, most likely still black wins by a narrow margin. White is definitely not leading by 50 on the board. So but after white plays here, white turns around the game. But still there is some end game left, and there will be actually some kind of upset which will happen. Because we have already seen that time to time I'm able to lose concentration. So please be always aware of bad mistakes until the end. The game ends by either we count the game, or the opponent resigns, or the time runs out. Otherwise, the game is not finished, and I made this exchange and Tenuki this move. So if I play here, most likely white wins something like by 10 points. But the problem is, since white plays here and he loses like 12 points there locally, then actually the game is once again super close. Most likely even black is very narrowly ahead. But from this point, white started slowly gaining in the micro endgame. For example, here this move is only 1 point. This move is 2. This is once again only 1 point, but at least black got this move, which is a very nice move which white needs to answer, because if white doesn't answer or if white answers like this, black throws in and white loses another stone. So this would be a problem. So probably white needs to come back like this. And this is the end of the game, and in the end white won by 1.5. So it was very narrow, but I think black had very good winning chances even without this oversight on the left side. I think it simply white built too many points here in the center, which white definitely didn't have a right for. So there are at least 10 points more compared to what we should expect there. So I think the black had many opportunities when to play there. Overall, black did a very good job, I think, because black was even though black got under attack very soon in this game, then actually black managed to fix all of his groups. Also, thanks to get rid of some heavy stones here at the top, black managed to fix all of the weaknesses. So white had nothing to attack on. So white had to play really sharp end game to catch up the reversed Komi. So I think this was one of the best game black played so far against me. So I think this was a very interesting game to review, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.